Hello, babies! Welcome to Diaper Diaries, Mommy's original short stories. This is episode 36, Mommy and Little John. Now get your bot and blankie, relax, and enjoy the story. Mommy called out to John, "Come on, sweetie, it's time for your bath," her voice always loving, with a gentle firmness. John looked up from the floor, surrounded by a sea of plush toys and a half-eaten bowl of dry cereal fruity rings. Raindrops pattered against the windows, creating a rhythmic sound that was a comforting backdrop to their after-dinner playtime. He knew this was his cue to start winding down. He hadn't felt this pampered since he was a child. It was their little weekend ritual, a chance for him to escape the responsibilities of adulthood and for her to indulge in a caring, nurturing role that brought them both joy. With a pout, he slowly crawled towards the bathroom, his knees protesting against the hardwood floor. She followed him with a soft smile, her eyes full of warmth and patience. When he finally reached the bathroom, she had the tub already filled with warm, bubbly water. The scent of lavender filled the air, a soothing balm to his senses. She took his hand and stood him on the plush bath mat by the tub. After his oversized onesie peeled off easily, there revealed a soggy diaper. Mommy handled him with the same care one would a real baby, her movements precise and loving. As John sank into the water, the tension in his body melted away, replaced by a sense of absolute peace. The rain outside grew heavier, a soothing symphony that danced on the roof. He watched the droplets race down the glass, each one a little world unto itself, carrying its own story before it merged with the others. Mommy tossed a few of his favorite toys into the water, a variety of rubber ducks that he loved playing army with. She took a sponge and began to wash him, his strokes gentle and methodical. It was a simple act, yet it filled him with a profound sense of belonging. He knew she enjoyed this as much as he did. Mommy hummed a lullaby under her breath as she bathed him, her eyes fixed on his face. He felt her love in every touch, every wipe of the sponge over his skin. It was a love that transcended the boundaries of their roles, a bond that grew stronger with every shared moment like this. The warm water lapped at his chin as she leaned in to kiss his head, her lips soft as always. He continued to play, all the while aware of her soft touch, the rhythm of the rain, and the sweetness of her song. When the bath was done, she wrapped him in a fluffy towel and ushered him to the bedroom, his arms around her neck like a child clinging to a beloved teddy bear. She lay him on the changing pad, and John felt a thrill of excitement as she took out a fresh diaper, white and crisp, with cartoons of little ducks waddling across it. The smell of baby powder filled the air as she gently patted him dry, her hands tender on his thighs and bottom. The sound of rain grew louder, and the wind picked up outside. It was as if the universe knew that this was their special time together, and had conspired to serenade them with its symphony of drops and whispers. The room was bathed in a soft, diffused light, the shadows playing across their faces as they shared little jokes and light tickles. Her laughter was as light against the rain. After playing, John felt himself growing sleepy. Mommy pulled out a soft onesie, and after checking his diaper and discovering that it was still dry, she secured the snaps. He knew she enjoyed dressing him up, taking the time to make sure everything was just right, down to the last little detail. It was in moments like these that he felt truly cherished, like he was the only thing that mattered in her world. It was one of the reasons he enjoyed being babied on the weekends. They made their way back to the living room, where she had prepared a cozy space for them to spend the rest of the evening. A thick blanket lay over the couch, and she snuggled him up tight into it. "Be back in a minute, little John," she whisked off towards the kitchen. Mommy returned shortly with a warm cup of cocoa, complete with a little pile of marshmallows and a swirling of chocolate syrup. She also carried a plate of freshly baked cookies, ready to cozy him up. The rain had turned into a storm now, and the thunder rumbled in the distance. Little John jumped underneath the blanket when a loud clap startled him. It was the kind of weather that begged for snuggling and storytelling. She took a book from the shelf, one of his childhood favorites, and sat down with him while his diapered bottom made a soft crinkling sound with every movement. He sipped on his cocoa, feeling the warmth spread through his chest. She opened the book to the first page. The story was about a baby bear and his mother exploring the world outside their cozy den. The words danced off the pages, bringing to life the adventure of the great outdoors while they remained nestled in their own little sanctuary. Her voice grew soothing as she read, as the storm outside grew wilder, the thunder a drum roll to the tales of the bear and the lessons he learned. John listened, his eyes growing heavier. The warmth of the cocoa and the comforting diaper lulled him into a dozy state. The story spoke of growth, of the inevitable passage from dependence to independence. But here in this moment, he felt no need to grow up, no desire to leave the safety of Mommy's arms. As she reached the end of the story, the rain began to ease, with the thunder retreating like a shy guest at the end of a party. She closed the book with a gentle sigh and looked down at him, her eyes filled with a soft light. He knew what came next, the part of the evening where she'd hold him close, rocking him gently until his eyes fluttered shut and the rain outside a distant memory. And all that remained was the steady beat of her heart and the warmth of her embrace. John snuggled deeper into the blanket, feeling the onesie hug his diapered form and the warmth of the cocoa linger in his belly. She picked him up, cradled him in her arms as if he weighed no more than a feather. The diaper made him feel small, vulnerable, yet incredibly safe. It was a feeling he had missed since he grew out of his mother's arms, but here, with her, he could reclaim it. Mommy guided him to the nursery they had set up just for their weekend escapes. It was a room painted in soft pastel shades of blue, with a railed bed that looked like it had been plucked straight from a children's book. She laid him down, the mattress giving way under his weight. The sheets were cool and smelled faintly of fabric softener. He watched her move around the room, turning on the nightlight and shutting the curtains, her every action a silent promise of comfort and protection. As she tucked him in, John felt the last vestiges of his adult worries slip away. She leaned down, her face framed by the soft glow of the nightlight, and whispered, "April showers bring little John flowers, sweetie." It was a saying that had become popular between them, a reminder that every storm passed and brought something beautiful in its wake. Her eyes searched his, looking for any sign of distress, any hint that he needed more from her. John nodded, a smile playing on his lips. He knew she was referring to their dynamic, the way their shared moments of vulnerability and care brought them closer, allowing their love to bloom. He felt a warmth spread through him, not just from the cozy blankets, onesie, and diaper, but from her words, the understanding that she shared his secret and loved him for it, not despite it. The room grew quiet, leaving the patter of rain against the window and a distant rumble of thunder. Mommy sat in the rocking chair beside him, the makeshift crib, her hand stroking his hair. The gentle motion of the chair lulled him closer to sleep, the steady rhythm a sweet serenade. He reached out, his fingers brushing against her arm, the warmth of her skin a grounding force amidst the cocoon of the nursery. John's eyes grew heavier, the weight of the weekday stress slipped away like water through a sieve. He felt her hand gently stroke his head, her touch as comforting as the hum of a favorite lullaby. He knew that she was watching over him, that she would be there when he woke, ready to start the cycle anew. It was a ritual that brought them both peace, a reminder that amidst the chaos of the world, they always had each other. The end. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Diaper Diaries. Please like, subscribe, and join me for my other stories. And just to note, many of my videos are demonetized due to adult baby content, so subscribing and watching my other stories really helps me out. You can also find links in the description below for my eBay store, Buy Me a Coffee, PayPal Donate, Twitter, TikTok, and erotic books on Amazon Kindle. Don't forget the Easter egg hunt. This is video number 6 out of 7. We are almost done. Any video that I post next will be the last one, so keep a close eye out. Good night, my babies.